ever spent too long trying to decide if you've got this formula right, you've got all of the commas in the right place, you've got the right number of parentheses all the way through, you spend too long doing it. So let's go over this. So I always break down my if statements in this fashion so that I can see that, and how I do that is I press at the end of each comma, I press Alt Enter so that they appear on a new row. Now, so we have more than 3 statements here. So the golden rule is if you have more than 3 statements, you should maybe try it in an IFS. So let's try this formula in an IFS and see what works out for you. So we're going to start with equals IFS. We're going to start out with equals IFS, and we're going to do an opening bracket. And so the first condition was if D5 equals framing, then the value would be 5,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in D5 equals framing. Then if that's the case, then you produce 5,000. Now we put a comma because we want to put another condition there, and I'm pressing on my keyboard Alt and Enter, and so I'm now on the next row. So now the next time you're going to say if D5 is electrical, then you're going to put in 3,000. So that works good. So now we're going to press Alt Enter, and we're going to say if D5 equals plumbing, then you're going to put in 3,000, and you're going to go Alt Enter, and then you're going to say if D5 is mechanical, then you're going to put in 2,000. So now we're going to put one closing bracket, and we should be good. So let's press Enter. And so there we get the same 5,000, and we drag it down. Seems to work fine. But let's put it one more time when there's nothing in. And we're going to get a not available. Now, in the straight ifs, we have, after the last statement, we say that if it's none of these, then we're going to put a blank in. Now, to fix that for the ifs, there's no if it doesn't work, do this. So I'll show you a little trick. So let's go back into our formula. Let's put a comma at the end of the 2,000, and we're going to press Alt Enter. And now we're going to put in true, put a comma, and put double quotation marks to leave it blank. And we're going to press Enter, and that should work fine. So now let's drag that down, and it works great. I'll show you a trick to evaluate an if statement. So I'm clicking on my if statement here. I'm pressing Alt MV, which is Alt M as in Mary, V as in Victor. So Alt MV, and you get your formula evaluation up. Now this is for framing, and so let's follow along the dialog box. So let's go evaluate, and it says it's framing and equals framing. So let's evaluate again. And so that it tells you that on the first one, it's going to equal 5,000. Now you can go down there a long way, and it's very handy to find out what's working and what's not. Now let's go to my next sheet, which is the comparison. So the whole trick is for straight true, false, like if it's this, do that, and if it's not, do this. Ifs work just fine. But if you have multiple conditions, if you have more than 3 conditions that you're testing for, go to ifs. The second thing is readability. For simple tasks, for if it's this, do that, if it's not, do that, it's straight. But if you have more than 3 conditions, it's going to be really hard to figure out which one's which and which is going where. So ifs would be your choice there. Now, if you're looking for things to stay clean, if multiple ifs get very messy very quickly, very difficult to read, and ifs stay clean and linear. All versions of Excel have if. Only from 2019 on have ifs. So if you don't have that, you're stuck with the ifs and the nested if. So the whole trick is if you have more than 2 ifs, if in a statement, go for ifs. That is what the winning one would be. Please subscribe.